On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Reside.
To live in a particular place, typically for a prolonged period of time.
Examples:
Reside on the skin. Reside permanently. They reside in a beautiful old house in the countryside.
Skull.
A bone framework that surrounds the brain and gives the head its shape.
Examples:
Skull fracture. Have a thick skull. Archaeologists found a Neanderthal skull at that historic site.
Aphorism.
A concise statement that expresses a general truth or moral principle, a pithy and memorable statement that is meant to be easily remembered and understood.
Examples:
Aphorism writer. Famous aphorism. A penny saved is a penny earned is a well-known aphorism about the value of frugality.
Construct.
To build or create something, to assemble or combine different parts to form something whole.
Examples:
Construct a 3D image. Construct a dam. He constructs hypotheses that no mathematician has ever imagined before.
Confer.
To have a meeting or discussion, to come to a decision or agreement or exchange ideas, to bestow something.
Examples:
Confer degree. Confer honor. The leaders of the two countries met to confer on the issue.
Presence.
The fact or state that someone or something exists, occurs, or is present.
Examples:
The evidence of the presence. His majestic presence. The path to a solid online presence necessitates a high technical ability.
Grandchild.
A child of someone's son or daughter.
Examples:
Grandchild-grandparent relationship. Grandchild development. The grandparents take care of their grandchild while the parents are at work.
Fabulous.
Extremely pleasing or good, based on or told of in traditional stories.
Examples:
A fabulous price. A fabulous monster. Thank you for inviting such a fabulous party tonight.
Nonetheless.
In spite of what has just been said or done, nevertheless.
Examples:
We are nonetheless confident. Love him nonetheless. They each choose nonetheless to battle.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Progression.
The act or process of changing to the next stage or phase or moving forward.
Examples:
Progression of civilization. Progression of disease. The company has made great strides in its progression towards sustainability.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Basis.
The most important facts, ideas, or events from which something is developed, the way how things are organized or arranged.
Examples:
On an equal basis. Basis for calculation. This evidence will form the basis for our discussion.
Womb.
The organ of a woman or female mammal in which a baby develops before birth.
Examples:
Tumor of womb. Womb transplant. The fertilized egg implanted itself in the womb.
Infant.
A baby or very young child.
Examples:
Infant daughter. Infant food. Mozart was an infant prodigy.
Norm.
Something that is regarded as usual, typical, or standard.
Examples:
Norm of action. Cultural norm. The systems we have developed has accepted as industry norms.
Full term.
Referring to the period of a pregnancy that is approximately 37 to 42 weeks long, when the fetus has fully developed and is ready for birth.
Examples:
Full-term pregnancy. Full-term development. The doctor assured the mother that her baby was healthy and full-term.
Assay.
To analyze or test a substance for its chemical composition or its quantity, to attempt or try something.
Examples:
Assay the sample. Assay the protein. Scientists must assay the chemical properties of the new drug before using it on humans.
Perception.
A belief, opinion, or image you have based on how you regard, understand, or interpret something, the ability to see, hear, or notice something through the senses.
Examples:
Keen perception. Perception of a stimulus. He is a man admired for the depth of his perception.
Crude.
Being in an unrefined or natural state. Noun, the unprocessed form of oil.
Examples:
Price of crude oil. Crude manners. His crude jokes made her angry.
Indication.
A sign or remark that something exists, is real, or is likely to occur.
Examples.
Indication of inflation. Environmental indication. Faces are a good indication of age.
Cognitive.
Of or relating to mental processes of understanding.
Examples.
Improve cognitive function. Research on cognitive psychology. His cognitive faculties were getting worse because of a lack of sleep.
Primitive.
Of or relating to an early stage of society with no industry or technological development, simple, naive, or old-fashioned in style.
Examples.
Primitive society. Artifact of a primitive humankind. The industry in this country is still primitive.
Movement.
A group of people working together to achieve a shared goal, especially a political, social, or artistic one, the process of moving or being moved, physically or figuratively.
Examples.
A circular movement. Movement of troops. The movement of the dancers on stage was graceful and elegant.
Grasp.
To take hold of something or someone quickly and firmly.
Examples.
Grasp his hand. Grasp a chance. They spent a lot of time trying to grasp the current situation.
Voluntary.
Done of one's own free will, without being forced or coerced.
Examples.
Voluntary action. Voluntary participation. The program is voluntary, so participants can choose whether or not to take part.
Retrieve.
To find or get something back.
Examples.
Retrieve the lost wallet. Send and retrieve email. She retrieved the book from the shelf.
Outward.
Relating to the external appearance or surface of something, visible.
Examples.
An outward journey. Outward cheerfulness. The outward appearance of the building was impressive, but the inside was in dire need of repairs.
Steady.
Firmly fixed, supported, or balanced, not shaking or moving.
Examples.
Steady increase. Take a steady job. The patient's vital signs are steady, indicating a stable condition.
Evolution.
A gradual process of transformation of living things.
Examples.
Human evolution. Evolution theory. They study the evolution of the universe.
Wiggle.
To move or cause to move up and down or from side to side in short and quick movements. Wiggle her lips. Wiggle with excitement. Her hips wiggle as she walks.
Roll.
To move in a particular direction by turning over and over or from side to side.
Examples:
Roll a ball. Roll down his cheeks. He was exhausted and rolled into bed as soon as he got home.
Crawl.
To move forward slowly, as people or animals with their bodies near the ground.
Examples:
Crawl across the floor. Crawl away from a car. Along the gravel roads, sizable yellow school buses crawl.
Standing.
Existing or remaining upright, having a vertical position, noun, social, financial, or professional status or reputation.
Examples:
Standing water. His social standing. The standing concert was packed with fans.
Magical.
Produced by or containing supernatural powers.
Examples:
Magical place. Magical powers. When I was a child, my mother often cast magical spells to ease my pain whenever I was injured.
Motto.
A phrase or slogan that expresses a guiding principle or goal.
Examples:
The motto for safe traffic. Company motto. The company's motto is innovation and service, which is reflected in its products and customer support.
Remarkable.
Worthy of attention because unusual or special.
Examples:
Remarkable achievement. The remarkable breadth of knowledge. The election was a remarkable success for the Whigs.
Advance.
To go or move forward, to develop in a positive way.
Examples:
Advance the technology. Advance a cooperative relationship. Scientific knowledge will advance significantly with the power of AI.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Potentially.
In a possible state or condition, possibly.
Examples:
Potentially affected. Potentially lucrative. The organization assisted in the de-escalation of potentially violent situations.
Refined.
Made pure by having impurities or unwanted elements removed by processing.
Examples:
Adopt a refined attitude. A lot of refined sugar. She was highly refined in her choice of apparel.
Repertoire.
The range or variety of skills, abilities, performances, or works that a person or group is capable of producing or performing. The entire body of works that is available to an individual or group to choose from when performing or producing something.
Examples:
Musical repertoire, cooking repertoire. The chef's repertoire of dishes includes both classic and innovative recipes.
Absolutely.
Without restriction or limitation, completely or utterly.
Examples:
Absolutely against. Absolutely obsessed with the girl. I am absolutely opposed to his idea because of morality.
Substantially.
To a great extent or degree.
Examples:
The price went up substantially. The house was substantially built. The proportion of female engineers has substantially increased.
Simultaneously.
At the same time.
Examples:
Simultaneously affected. Take several inputs simultaneously. Two students answered the teacher's question simultaneously.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Sequence.
A series of related events, actions, numbers, etc., which have a particular order.
Examples:
The sequence of the seasons. The DNA sequence. We do move forward with those tasks in sequence next week.
Complicated.
Involving a lot of different things or parts in a way that is difficult to understand or analyze.
Examples:
A complicated process. Become increasingly complicated. He did complicated pen and ink drawings in just a few days.
Bounce.
To cause to move up or away after hitting a surface, to spring back.
Examples:
Bounce across the floor. Bounce back from failure. They will bounce between various emotional states.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Difficulty.
A condition or state that causes problems.
Examples:
The degree of difficulty. Difficulty in breathing. He has difficulty exercising because of a back injury sustained in an accident.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples:
probable outcome, probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Extend.
To broaden in scope, range, or area.
Examples:
Extend the warranty. Extend a line. Her visit will extend from Monday to Friday.
Contemporary.
Belonging to the same or present time.
Examples:
Field of contemporary art. Contemporary leaders. Contemporary music has gained different followers from existing music.
Specific.
Clearly defined or particular to a certain thing or situation, distinct, explicit, and precise.
Examples:
Specific instructions. Industry-specific regulations. The scientist conducted a study that provided specific details about the species' behavior.
Differentiate.
To recognize or establish as being distinct, to distinguish between things that are compared, to calculate a derivative.
Examples:
Differentiate between fact and fiction. Differentiate a function. The teacher asked the students to differentiate between the two similar species of birds.
Humankind.
The whole of the living human inhabitants of the earth.
Examples:
Humankind as a species. History of humankind. On the geological timescale, humankind has existed for a brief moment.
Alike.
Similar or identical in nature or appearance.
Examples:
Young and old alike. Alike in nature. The two paintings looked alike as if the same artist had done them.
Acquire.
To buy or obtain something such as an asset, object, knowledge, etc., for oneself.
Examples:
Acquire knowledge. Acquire a new company. Children acquire language at a fantastic rate.
Derive.
To obtain or receive something from a source.
Examples:
Derive a conclusion. Derive knowledge from books. These English words are derived from Latin.
Plasticity.
The quality or state of being easily molded, shaped, or modified, the capacity for change, adaptability, or flexibility, particularly about a material substance, biological process, or psychological trait.
Examples:
Muscle plasticity, neuroplasticity. The brain's plasticity allows it to change and adapt based on new experiences and learning.
Adaptable.
Able or willing to modify or be modified to deal with new situations.
Examples:
Adaptable enough for the environment. An adaptable person. We seek a candidate who possesses adaptable fighting potential.
Adaptive.
Capable of adjusting to new situations or changing conditions.
Examples:
The adaptive coloring. Adaptive technology. The adaptive learning system adjusts the difficulty level of the lessons based on the student's performance.
Mast.
A long pole aboard a boat or ship that holds up the sails.
Examples:
Mast height. Built up mast. The main cabin is located in front of the mast.
Automatically.
Without needing a direct human control.
Examples:
Record driving automatically. Automatically adjusted. Our subscription plan is automatically renewed.
Define.
To state or explain precisely the nature, scope, or meaning of something.
Examples:
Define a word. Define my position. To advance this discussion, we must define success rigorously.
Moving.
Causing strong emotions or feelings, especially sadness or sympathy.
Examples:
Moving experience. Moving ceremony. His moving speech about his struggles with addiction brought tears to the audience's eyes.
Creature.
A living being, especially an animal.
Examples:
Creature of habit. Artificial creature. The deep-sea creature was unlike anything the scientists had ever seen before.
Nerd.
A person who is very interested in and knowledgeable about a particular subject, such as computers, mathematics, chess, etc.
Examples:
A computer nerd. Nerd neck. He was, by nature, a cyber nerd.
Laboratory.
A workplace for doing scientific research or teaching science, a lab.
Examples:
Laboratory accident. Anthropology laboratory. Animal protection groups call for an end to animal testing in a laboratory.
Engaging.
Attracting, pleasant, or charming.
Examples:
Engaging story. An engaging smile. She was disbarred for her engaging in fraud.
Bizarre.
Very strange or unusual.
Examples:
The story is bizarre. Bizarre behavior. The truth was more bizarre than expected.
Engage.
To attract and keep someone's attention and interest, to participate in or obtain services of something.
Examples:
Engage in environmental protection activities. Engage a new employee. Many multinational companies are engaged in the reconstruction of that country.
Infancy.
The state or period of being a baby or very young child.
Examples:
Infancy stage. In early infancy. The technology is still in its infancy and has much room for improvement.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples:
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Paw.
The foot of an animal that has claws or nails, such as a cat, dog, or bear. A person's hand, especially a clumsy or heavy-handed one.
Examples:
Paw print. Paw pad. The cat batted at the toy with its paw.
Manual.
Done by hand rather than by machine. Noun, a book of instructions, especially for operating a machine or learning a subject.
Examples:
Car with manual transmissions. Look at the manual. This machine cuts metal by manual control.
Examine.
To study or consider a person or object attentively and thoroughly to learn something about them.
Examples:
Examine the data studiously. Examine the issue. Initially, we must examine all project-related expenses.
Accomplish.
To finish or achieve something successfully.
Examples:
Accomplish a goal. Accomplish military operations. Humankind took centuries to accomplish true democracy.
Relate.
To establish a connection or association between two or more things. To narrate or tell about an event, experience, or relationship. To empathize or feel sympathy with someone or something.
Examples:
Relate a story. Relate a message. He tried to relate his experience to the group, but they couldn't understand.
Notation.
A system of symbols or signs used to represent information or communicate ideas. A written or printed mark or signs used to indicate musical notes, mathematical formulas, or linguistic elements.
Examples:
Numeric notation. Mathematical notation. The music sheet had a complex musical notation that was difficult to understand.
Mechanical.
Operated by a machine, relating to or concerned with machinery or tools.
Examples:
A mechanical style of writing. The influence of mechanical action. A mechanical engineer is still in demand in many companies.
Epoch.
A particular period of time, usually marked by significant events or developments, a division of geologic time.
Examples:
Epoch-making event. Postmodern epoch. The Industrial Revolution is often considered an epoch in human history.
Critic.
Someone who expresses opinions about the quality of books, music, etc.
Examples:
Art critic. Severe critic. Advocates for legal reform hear less harsh words from their critics.
Initial.
Of or happening at the beginning, noun, the first letter of a word, especially a person's name.
Examples:
Initial velocity. An initial letter. They took the initial step toward reconciliation.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Machinery.
A group of large machines or the components of a machine that make it work, social institution functions or structure for doing something.
Examples:
Heavy machinery. Inactive machinery. The machinery of audit formally issued a business improvement order.
Dramatic.
Very sudden, very excellent, or full of action and excitement.
Examples:
Make dramatic changes. A dramatic rescue at sea. The statement had a dramatic impact on house prices.
Domain.
A specific sphere of influence or control, a specific field of knowledge or expertise.
Examples:
Domain of use. A dependent domain. The company's domain in the market was expanding to new territories.
Exposure.
The state of being in a particular situation or place where there is no protection from or guarantee to something harmful, the disclosure of something secret.
Examples:
A southern exposure. The exposure of a fraud. The long exposure to the air tarnished the antique tableware.
Mercy.
Compassion or forgiveness shown towards someone whom it is within one's power to punish or harm.
Examples:
Mercy killing. Mercy stroke. He begged for mercy and pleaded for his life.
Rear.
At, toward, or near the back part of something. Verb, to look after a child until it is an adult.
Examples:
The rear gate. Rear children. The player quickly went to the rear side of the defender.
Meaningless.
Having no meaning, direction, or purpose.
Examples:
A meaningless endeavor. Do a meaningless task. This experiment's results are meaningless because the other conditions are not identical.
Dumb.
Lacking the power of speech, unable to speak, stupid, or lacking intelligence.
Examples:
Dumb creatures. Struck dumb. He made a dumb mistake and forgot to submit the report on time.
Artificial.
Not natural and made by human beings. Not real, but produced to resemble something.
Examples:
Artificial flowers. Artificial environment. The artificial intelligence system has revolutionized the way we live and work.
ID.
A part of the psyche that represents the unconscious desires and instincts of an individual. In psychoanalytic theory, it is believed to be the most basic and primal part of the human psyche. Also ID, short for identification, a document or card that proves a person's identity, such as a driver's license, passport, or national ID card.
Examples:
The ID ego. ID card. I forgot my ID at home and needed it to enter the club.
Achievement.
A thing that someone has accomplished, primarily through their effort and ability.
Examples:
Student achievement. A remarkable achievement. This achievement has never been formally accepted.
Represent.
To speak, act, or be present on behalf of another person or group, to form or constitute.
Examples:
Represent by a diagram. The characters that represent numbers. We elected him to represent us at the international conference.
Organ.
A part of the body of an animal or plant that has a particular purpose and performs a specific job.
Examples:
Organ bleeding. Damage to internal organs. These infections have the potential to impact practically every organ system.
Orderly.
Clean or organized in a neat, careful, and logical way.
Examples:
Orderly and fair market. Orderly manner. The elections were handled in a timely and orderly manner.
Hypothesis:
A proposed idea or explanation that is based on a few known facts but has not yet been proven to be true or accurate.
Examples:
Test my hypothesis. A bold hypothesis. This evidence supports the Big Bang hypothesis.
Simulate:
To make a pretense of someone's behavior or looks, to reproduce something that exists in real life using computers, models, etc., usually for study or training purposes.
Examples:
Simulate climate change. Simulate a future scenario. He had painted the wood to simulate stone.
Native:
Connecting with or describing someone's birth country or place of birth, or someone born in a specific country or place.
Examples:
Native to Africa. Native language. The vegetation here is almost wholly native.
Specialized:
Possessing or relating to specific knowledge or skills that are unique to a particular field or task, designed or intended for a particular purpose or function.
Examples:
Specialized knowledge. Specialized equipment. The hospital has many specialized departments, including cardiology and oncology.
Array:
A large group or collection of things or people, especially one that is impressive or attractive.
Examples:
A two-dimensional array. An array of troops. The customer on the internet has to choose one from a formidable array of products.
Exaggerate:
To describe or represent something as better or worse than it is.
Examples:
Exaggerate in degree. Exaggerate story. She exaggerated the extent of her injuries to get more money from the settlement.
Separate:
To force, take, or pull apart, mark as different.
Examples:
Separate video into chapter. Separate cream from milk. We need to separate the aspect of his personality from the part of his competence when making an investment decision.
Representation:
The act of speaking, acting, or being present on behalf of someone officially, a statement of facts and reasons made in appealing or protesting.
Examples:
Sales representation. Binary representation. A person who has been declared incompetent should have legal representation.
Dimension:
A measurable extent of a particular kind, such as width, height, or length.
Examples:
New dimension. The crosswise dimension. Overall dimensions are approximately 400 by 200 millimeters.
Neuron.
A cell that is specialized to carry information within the brain and between the brain and other parts of the body.
Examples:
Excite the neurons. Neuron cell body. Our body transfers information along each neuron using an electrical impulse.
Expose.
To show something by uncovering it, to make something accessible to some action or influence.
Examples:
Expose a crime. Expose a person to risks. That newspaper exposed a political scandal in a big way.
Destructive.
Causing or able to cause tremendous and irreparable damage.
Examples:
Lead to destructive behavior. A habit destructive to health. It was the most destructive storm in decades.
Equivalent.
Having the same value, quality, meaning, purpose, etc.
Examples:
Equivalent amounts. Equivalent in meaning. The European Central Bank is Europe's equivalent of the Federal Reserve.
Moderately.
To an average size, amount, degree, or strength.
Examples:
A moderately hot day. Eat moderately. The dance classes he started were moderately successful.
Ceiling.
A room's top interior surface.
Examples:
Ceiling board. Ceiling light. There was a crack in the ceiling that I found.
Fan.
A person who admires and supports a person, group, sport, sports team, etc. A device for creating a current of air by the movement of a surface or surfaces.
Examples:
A film fan. Engine cooling fan. I'm a big fan of French food.
Continuous.
Occurring or existing without a pause or interruption.
Examples:
Continuous improvement. A continuous row of warehouses. The heavy snow has been continuous since last morning.
Specialize.
To become an expert in a specific career field, study, or business.
Examples:
Specialize in childcare. Specialize in market research. The restaurant has chefs who specialize in beef.
Frustrate.
To hinder or prevent efforts, plans, or desires from doing, succeeding, or being fulfilled. To make someone feel upset or annoyed because they are unable to change or achieve something.
Examples:
Frustrate the advancement. Frustrate other team members. The coach explained a strategy to frustrate the opponent's schemes to the players.
Meaningful.
Having meaning, function, or purpose, serious, significant, or worthwhile.
Examples:
A meaningful outcome. Make the accord meaningful. She cast a meaningful glance at me.
Consequence.
The outcome of a particular action or event, especially relative to an individual.
Examples:
Unintended consequences. The consequence of an argument. These economic activities had disastrous environmental consequences.
Normally.
Usually, under normal conditions.
Examples:
Complete normally. Not normally drink much. I don't normally take a vacation in the middle of summer.
Defective.
Having a flaw or fault that prevents proper functioning or usability, broken or imperfect in some way.
Examples:
Defective gene. Defective equipment. The defective product was promptly recalled for safety reasons.
Substantial.
Fairly large in size, value, or importance.
Examples:
A substantial amount of capital. Have a substantial meal. The pandemic was a substantial business opportunity for certain companies.
Population.
The total number of people in a country, region, or location.
Examples:
Population change. Labor population. In just 4 years, the population has doubled.
Context.
The circumstances, facts, or conditions that surround a particular event, situation, or statement and that give it meaning.
Examples:
Historical context. Legal context. It's important to understand the context of a situation before making a decision.
Differential.
An amount, value, or size of the difference between things that are compared, adjective, relating to or showing a difference.
Examples:
Differential wages. Differential equation. The two countries pledged to maintain the differential between their two currencies.
Selective.
Relating to or involving only a small number of a larger group of people or things.
Examples:
The process of selective breeding. Selective readers. This medication is selective in its effects.
Operate.
To work in a particular way, to supervise something.
Examples:
Operate 24 hours a day. Manually operate a machine. This machine is too difficult to operate for me.
Refine.
To make something more pure, polished, cultured, or effective, to improve, perfect, or enhance through a process of purification or development.
Examples:
Refine oil. Refine a language. The company is working to refine its production process to be more efficient.
Strategy.
A detailed plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall goal.
Examples:
Military strategy. Develop a strategy. Our plan includes a comprehensive marketing strategy.
Significance.
The importance or value attached to something. The quality of being significant or noteworthy.
Examples:
Significance level. Mystical significance. The significance of his discovery cannot be overstated.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
Function properly. Immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Achieve.
To successfully complete a task or goal, often through hard work, perseverance, and dedication, to attain or accomplish something that one has set out to do.
Examples:
Achieve success. Achieve milestones. I will work hard to achieve my goals and realize my dreams.
Reward.
A thing given in acknowledgement of service, hard work, achievement, etc.
Examples:
The reward for good works. Shopping rewards cards. Night fishing has a lot of rewards.
Lifelong.
Lasting for the whole of someone's life.
Examples:
Lifelong career. Lifelong commitment. He had a lifelong love of reading and spent hours daily with a book.
Witness.
A person who sees something happen, especially a crime or an accident.
Examples:
Witness of the car accident. A material witness. The manufacturing industry is witnessing fierce competition.
Experiment.
The scientific test conducted to observe what happens and gain new knowledge.
Examples:
Experiment design. Series of experiments. His experiments showed highly positive results.
Conduct.
To organize and carry out a particular activity.
Examples:
Conduct a background check. Conduct research. Police will conduct random breath testing for drunk driving.
Collaboration.
The act or situation of working together to create or produce something.
Examples:
Collaboration between companies. Collaboration platform. The partnership program requires a mutual collaboration between both agencies.
Manipulate.
To influence or control something or someone to your advantage, often in an unfair or dishonest way.
Examples:
Manipulate figures. Vulnerable to manipulate. Please tell me how to manipulate this computer.
Handle.
To deal with a situation, problem, or strong emotion.
Examples:
Handle a precious object. Handled the incident. We all should learn how to handle stress.
Elaborate.
Containing a lot of carefully prepared and organized or many complicated and detailed parts.
Examples:
An elaborate hat. Elaborate Ponzi scheme. He proposed an elaborate program of public works.
Attempt.
An act or effort of trying to do something, especially something difficult.
Examples:
The attempt to rescue the hostages. A reckless attempt. The third attempt was far more successful.
Gradual.
Happening slowly over a long period of time or distance, not steep or abrupt.
Examples:
A gradual process. A gradual change. The country experienced a gradual increase in population.
Flawless.
Without any imperfections or errors, perfect or impeccable in appearance or performance.
Examples:
Flawless execution. Flawless performance. The football team had a flawless season and went undefeated all year.
Retrieval.
The process of recovering or retrieving something that has been lost or misplaced. The act of finding and extracting information, especially from a computer or database.
Examples:
Memory retrieval. Data retrieval. The software program allows for easy retrieval of files and documents.
Stereotype.
A fixed and unvarying idea or image that people have about what someone or something is like, but which is often not true in reality and may cause hurt and offense.
Examples:
Avoid stereotype. Negative stereotypes. Changing stereotypes about LGBTQ requires considerable effort.
Regulate.
To control something, especially by means of rules or laws.
Examples:
Regulate blood sugar levels. Regulate our conduct. We must manage to regulate our expenditure.
Distort.
To change something's shape, appearance, or sound so that it appears weird or unclear.
Examples:
Distort the facts. Distort the economy. Economists contend that taxes distort consumer behavior in general.
Distortion.
The alteration or misrepresentation of something so that it is no longer true or accurate, the way in which a sound or image is changed or distorted.
Examples:
Distortion of the Earth's surface. Horizontal distortion. Her report was criticized as a gross distortion of the truth.
Reconstruct.
To build or form something again that has been damaged or destroyed.
Examples:
Reconstruct an image. Reconstruct the original text. They've decided to reconstruct a ruined castle.
Locate.
To specify or determine the exact position of someone or something.
Examples:
Locate a missing pet. Locate a tumor. The robot can accurately locate construction material.
Reconstruction.
The process of rebuilding or repairing something that has been damaged or destroyed, or of restoring something to its original condition.
Examples:
Reconstruction aid. Reconstruction aid. The government announced a plan for the reconstruction of the city's infrastructure.
Indicate.
To show, point out, or make known something, often through a sign or a symbol. To suggest or imply something without stating it directly.
Examples:
Indicate a preference. Indicate an error. The data indicates that the company's profits have steadily increased over the past quarter.
Fingertip.
The end or tip of a finger.
Examples:
Apply fingertip pressure. Burn my fingertip. The archaeologist ran his fingertips along the pattern of the tombstones.
Cortex.
The outermost layer of an organ, especially the brain.
Examples:
Cortex cells. Visual cortex neuron. The cerebral cortex consists of 6 layers.
Filter.
Any of several types of equipment or systems used to separate particles from liquids or gases, or to remove specific forms of light.
Examples:
Gas filter. Clogged filter. Ozone is a primary filter to protect Earth's surface from harmful UV rays.
Characteristic.
A typical feature or quality that can identify, tell apart, or describe something or somebody.
Examples:
Stripes characteristic of the zebra. My friend's characteristic laugh. Bananas have their characteristic taste and odor.
Cortical.
Relating to or located in the outer layer of an organ or body structure, particularly the cortex of the brain.
Examples:
Cortical neurons. Cortical activity. The MRI showed activity in the cortical region of the patient's brain.
Grain.
Wheat or any other small hard seeds used as a food, a relatively small granular particle of a substance.
Examples:
A grain of sand. Flour made from grain. Ordinary air purifiers cannot adequately remove pollen grains.
Unsuspecting.
Unaware of the presence of danger, not suspicious.
Examples:
Unsuspecting boys and girls. Unsuspecting victim. The thief stole the wallet from the unsuspecting tourist.
Posture.
The position in which a person holds their body when standing or sitting. Verb, to behave effectively or unnaturally to impress others.
Examples:
Posture control. Posture as a critic. She stood with good posture, with her shoulders back and head held high.
Forth.
Forward, outward, or onward in location, direction, or progress, into view or consideration, with confidence, boldness, or in the open.
Examples:
Bring forth a beautiful vase. Call forth demand. I pushed forth with my new project, even though it would take much hard work.
Remodel.
To change the structure or form of something.
Examples:
Remodel the car. Remodel portfolio. We are remodeling these rooms now.
Specifically.
Only associated with or meant for one thing.
Examples:
Designed specifically for men. For specifically American customers. This ad campaign is aimed specifically at young women.
Massive.
Enormous amount, very heavy and solid.
Examples:
Massive amounts. Massive stars. The recent economic downturn has resulted in massive layoffs.
Reliable.
Worthy of being relied on, trustworthy.
Examples:
Reliable access. Guarantee reliable delivery. Trains are reliable, inexpensive, and ideal for long-distance travel.
Synapse.
The fact or state of failing to finish an activity and of stopping using, making, or doing it.
Examples:
Synapse circuit. And at a synapse. Animals transmit nerve impulses through synapses.
Regard.
To think about or consider somebody or something in a specified way. regard him as an enemy. Regard the situation as unfortunate. Frugality and industry are still regarded as virtues.
Underlie.
To be the support, basis, hidden cause of something, to be located under or below.
Examples:
Underlie the theory of the Big Bang. Underlie the current economic deadlock. His bitter experiences underlie his moral principles.
Unique.
Being the only one of its kind, unlike anything else.
Examples:
A unique teacher. Unique design. The painting is unique, and there is no other like it.
Vast.
Enormous in size, number, amount, or quantity.
Examples:
Vast majority. Vast desert. A vast audience viewed the broadcast.
Enormous.
Extremely large or great.
Examples:
Enormous amount. Enormous potential. Shakespeare's output of poetry was enormous.
Immediate.
Happening or done without delay or occurring shortly after something else.
Examples:
Take immediate effect. The immediate past. Both forts were subject to immediate attacks.
Correlate.
To have a connection or relationship in which one thing affects or depends on another.
Examples:
Correlate closely with the quality. Correlate to the size. We may frequently correlate age with the frequency of disease.
Successive.
Following one after another in a series or sequence, happening or occurring in continuous or consecutive order, consecutive or sequential in nature.
Examples:
Successive attempts. Successive failures. The team won their 7th successive game, maintaining their winning streak.
Temporal.
Of or relating to time as opposed to eternity.
Examples:
A temporal restriction. Temporal history. The temporal nature of the universe is a subject of much debate among scientists.
Overwhelming.
Very great or intense, so powerful that you cannot fight or react against it.
Examples:
Overwhelming majority. An overwhelming victory. He has shown signs of uneasiness and overwhelming worry.
Receiver.
The part of a phone that you hold close to your ear and mouth, a person who receives something.
Examples:
A GPS receiver. Aid receiver. Delivery companies often require the receiver's signature to certify the completion of package delivery.
Mover.
A person or company that specializes in moving goods or possessions from one location to another. A professional moving service or an individual who performs this task for friends, family members, or customers.
Examples:
Market mover. The movers and shakers. The professional mover helped us pack and transport our furniture and belongings to our new home.
Sensation.
A feeling associated with stimulation of a sense organ or with a specific body condition, a general feeling of interest and excitement.
Examples:
Cause a widespread sensation. Taste sensation. If you apply this ointment, you may feel a mild burning sensation.
Associate.
To mentally connect someone or something with someone or something else.
Examples:
Associate alcohol with gambling. Associate with people widely. The majority of consumers associate this brand with quality.
Embodiment.
Someone or something that precisely expresses a characteristic or an idea.
Examples:
Embodiment of evil. Illustrative embodiment. The devil is the embodiment of wicked ideas.
Marvelous.
Causing wonder or astonishment, excellent.
Examples:
Marvelous performance. Marvelous power. The view from the top of the mountain was marvelous.
Origin.
The first existence or beginning of something.
Examples:
Origin of all humankind. A manuscript of uncertain origin. There are various hypotheses concerning the origin of life.
Impair.
To damage something or make it weaker or worse.
Examples:
Impair my health. Impair insulin sensitivity. The accident made his vision impaired.
Differ.
To be not like someone or something in some way.
Examples:
Differ from the majority. Differ according to species. The two products differed in their quality and price.
Variation.
The act or state of changing, a difference or change in the way something is done, made, or said.
Examples:
Variation of temperature. Gene variation. There is a lot of variation in the colors of flowers in the garden.
Competence.
The ability to do something well or efficiently, the knowledge, skill, and ability required to perform a task or job effectively.
Examples:
Competence evaluation. Proven competence. The company is looking for candidates with the necessary competence and skills.
Thereafter.
After that, subsequently.
Examples:
not long thereafter. For several weeks thereafter. He was promoted to manager, and thereafter, he began to make changes in the company.
Contribute.
To give something, especially money or goods, to provide or achieve something together with other people.
Examples:
contribute a large sum of money to the fund. Contribute to society. Government workers cannot contribute to political campaigns.
Recover.
To return to a former condition, health, mind, or strength.
Examples:
recover a loss. Recover approval ratings. She is still recovering from a shot to her shoulder.
Literature.
Written works, such as novels, plays, poems, or short stories that are considered to have artistic or intellectual value.
Examples:
popular literature. Review of the literature. The literature of the Romantic period is known for its emotion and imagination.
Demonstrate.
To display something or give an exhibition to an interested audience.
Examples:
demonstrate a difference. Demonstrate mastery. How can you demonstrate that the Earth is a sphere?
Fundamental.
Forming an essential base or core from which everything else develops or is affected.
Examples:
fundamental education. Fundamental rights. Human behavior has fundamental characteristics.
Struggle.
To make a great effort to do something when it is difficult, or there are a lot of problems, to use force or violence to break away from restraint or constriction.
Examples:
struggle against discrimination. Struggle to get the job. He could not struggle against temptation.
Noisy.
Making a lot of sounds, especially loud or disruptive sound.
Examples:
noisy neighbor. Noisy party. The construction outside was creating a noisy distraction from my work.
Numerous.
Amounting to a large indefinite number.
Examples:
numerous countries. As numerous as the sand. These descriptions are based on a number of numerous assumptions.
Inherit.
To receive money, property, or a title from someone after they have died.
Examples:
inherit estate. Inherit ancestral property. After his death, his sons inherited his business.
Cleft.
A narrow opening or fissure, usually in a rock or the ground, also a separation or division between two things or parts.
Examples:
cleft chin. Cleft rock. The hiker stumbled and fell into the cleft between two large rocks.
Palate.
The roof of the mouth, including the hard and soft tissues used in speech and the sense of taste, a person's ability to taste or appreciate different flavors and tastes.
Examples:
Palate cleanser. Refined palate. The restaurant's menu offered various dishes to satisfy everyone's palate.
Retard.
To hinder, delay, or slow down the progress or development of something. To cause someone or something to be delayed or held back.
Examples:
Retard progress. Retard the growth. Excessive alcohol consumption may confuse time, blur vision, dim alertness, and retard response.
Intellect.
The ability to think logically and comprehend information, especially at an advanced level.
Examples:
Enrich my intellect. Human intellect. Your intellect is capable of distinguishing among similar objects.
Academic.
Associated with schools, colleges, and universities, especially studying and thinking, not with practical skills.
Examples:
Academic probation. An academic discussion. An excellent historian must possess an academic mentality.
Disappear.
To cease to exist or be visible.
Examples:
Disappear without a trace. Disappear after a week. They watched the train disappear into the distance.
Evaporate.
To turn a liquid into a gas, to become less intense and disappear gradually.
Examples:
Evaporate the water. Evaporate almost overnight. The sun will evaporate the mist.
Surgeon.
A doctor who is trained to perform medical operations that involve cutting open a person's body.
Examples:
An excellent brain surgeon. Army surgeon. He is a skilled surgeon that has many years of training and experience.
Adequate.
Enough, acceptable, satisfactory for a particular purpose or need.
Examples:
Adequate parking facilities. Provide adequate funding. This argument is still not adequate.
Tube.
A cylindrical container of metal, plastic, glass, etc., usually sealed and used as a means of preserving food or chemicals, a hollow cylindrical shape.
Examples:
A capillary tube. A glass tube. The tube train was packed with commuters during rush hour.
Drain.
To empty or dry something by removing the liquid from it.
Examples:
Drain water from the swamp. Drain excess liquid. Push the button and let the water drain away.
Fluid.
A substance that can flow and is not solid.
Examples:
Plenty of fluids. Fluid assets. She was diagnosed with a fluid buildup in her lungs.
Muffle.
To wrap or cover something to deaden sound or prevent others from hearing it, to suppress or soften the sound of something, to decrease the intensity or impact of something.
Examples:
Muffle the sound. Muffle my cries. He tried to muffle his coughs during the movie not to disturb the other viewers.
Degrade.
To make something worse, especially in quality, to show or treat someone in a way that makes them see no value and do not have the respect or reasonable opinion of others.
Examples:
Degrade his public image. Degrade environmental quality. You should not degrade yourself by allowing them to use you.
Specification.
A detailed description of the characteristics, features, or requirements of something, typically a product or system, a written statement that outlines the standards, procedures, or requirements for a project or job.
Examples:
Functional specification. Engineering specification. The project specifications outline the goals and requirements for the team to complete.
Stick.
To put something, usually a sharp object, into something, noun, a thin piece of wood or other material.
Examples:
Stick a key in a lock. Fire stick. You stick a bill in the change machine, and the coins pop out.
Constant.
Happening repeatedly or all the time.
Examples:
A constant wind. A constant temperature. Constant dropping wears away the stone.
Magnitude.
The extent, level, importance, or amount of something.
Examples:
A star of the first magnitude. The magnitude of the disaster. The magnitude of the earthquake was measured at 7.8 on the Richter scale.
Duration.
The length of time something lasts or continues.
Examples:
The duration of insurance. Short duration. The military incarcerated him for the duration of the war.
Deficit.
The total amount by which money spent is greater than money earned in a particular period of time, the property of being an amount by which something, especially an amount of money, is less than expected or required.
Examples:
Federal budget deficit. An accumulative deficit. Exchange rate fluctuations have increased that country's trade deficit.
Dependent.
Relying on someone or something else for support or aid.
Examples:
dose-dependent induction. A dependent person. The small island nation is heavily dependent on tourism as its main source of income.
Translate.
To convert or change words into another language.
Examples:
translate a document into English. Translate the emotion to a movement. Translate the text from Italian into English.
Orthographic.
Relating to or conforming to the rules and conventions of the system of spelling or writing words in a particular language, referring to a method of projection in which an object is depicted or a surface mapped using parallel lines to project its outline onto a plane.
Examples:
orthographic system. Orthographic projection. The linguist researched the orthographic variations in different languages.
Visual.
Relating to seeing or sight.
Examples:
visual navigation. Field of visual arts. The building makes a remarkable visual impact.
Corresponding.
Similar to, connected with, or accompanying something, especially in position or purpose.
Examples:
find a corresponding lack. The corresponding word in Spanish. The corresponding number on the dial was 3.
Abnormal.
Not typical, usual, or regular, especially in a way that is bad.
Examples:
abnormal heart rhythms. Abnormal cells. An abnormal climate in the region caused a sharp decline in grain harvest.
Neurology.
The branch of medicine that deals with the diagnosis and treatment of disorders of the nervous system.
Examples:
cognitive neurology. Neurology department. She is studying clinical neurology to become a brain surgeon.
Increasingly.
More and more.
Examples:
increasingly become common. Face increasingly complicated challenges. Our company found it increasingly difficult to keep up with the competition.
Evaluate.
To assess or estimate the quality, significance, quantity, or value of something.
Examples:
evaluate the grant proposal. Evaluate a situation. The meeting aims to evaluate possible choices.
Accomplished.
Having completed a task or achieved a goal successfully, skilled or proficient at something.
Examples:
accomplished at a very early age. Accomplished goal. She felt accomplished after finishing her book.
Distribute.
To give something to a large number of individuals, or to spread or furnish something.
Examples:
Distribute wealth evenly. Distribute video content. His estate was distributed to his sons.
Broad.
Very wide, general.
Examples:
Attract broad attention. A broad mind. He accumulated wealth across a broad spectrum of assets.
Assess.
To judge or decide the nature or quality of someone or something.
Examples:
Assess a tax of £10. Assess the quality. Our company needs to assess the business impact of climate change.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Shift.
A slight transition in position, direction, or trend.
Examples:
Doppler shift. Major paradigm shift. Could you help me shift some furniture?
Addition.
The act or process of adding something to something else, the process of adding numbers.
Examples:
Chemical addition. Addition of vectors. In addition, private corporations provide healthcare services.
Accurate.
Correct and exact in all details.
Examples:
Provide accurate information. Accurate measurements. The official transcript contains accurate academic records.
Cognition.
The psychological process of perception and learning and reasoning, the mental action or process by which knowledge and understanding are developed in the mind.
Examples:
Social cognition. Cognition disorder. The professor focused on the research of infant cognition.
Fluent.
Able to communicate in a specific language smoothly or effectively, or easily.
Examples:
Fluent Chinese. In a fluent tone. She learned 5 languages, but is only fluent in 2 of them.
Extent.
The point or degree or area to which something extends.
Examples:
Certain extent. The extent of the damage. I was amazed at the extent of her generosity.
Institute.
An organization that has a specific purpose, particularly one dealing with science, education, or a particular profession. Verb, to initiate, introduce, or establish something.
Examples:
Institute a lawsuit. Research institutes. This region has many institutes offering higher education.
Deteriorate.
To become worse in quality, to decline or degenerate.
Examples:
Deteriorate at a slow pace. Deteriorate condition. The patient's health deteriorated rapidly after being diagnosed with the disease.
Competent.
Having the necessary ability, knowledge, or skill to do something successfully.
Examples:
Competent authority. Competent personnel. The judge ruled that the defendant was competent to stand trial.
Modulate.
To change the key, style, loudness, etc., of something in music to create a particular effect, to fix or adjust the time, amount, degree, or rate of something.
Examples:
Modulate the function. Modulate from one key to another. These chemicals modulate the effect of metabolism.
Chaos.
A state of complete confusion or disorder, often characterized by a lack of predictability or control.
Examples:
Chaos theory. Midst of chaos. The conference room was in chaos as everyone tried to speak at once.
Decline.
To become gradually smaller, fewer, worse, etc., to refuse to accept.
Examples:
Decline a job offer. Decline in quality. As people age, their digestive capacity also gradually declines.
Agility.
The ability to move quickly and easily, often in a way that is graceful and controlled.
Examples:
Ninja-like agility. Agility training. The coach had the team run through the agility ladder to improve their coordination.
Intensive.
Involving a lot of work or activity in a short time.
Examples:
Intensive agriculture. Intensive care. The construction industry is labor-intensive, although it has been somewhat automated by introducing large machinery.
Improve.
To make or become better.
Examples:
Improve a process. Improve the test score. We want to improve ties between our two countries.
Delay.
To cause something to happen at a later time than originally intended or expected.
Examples:
Delay a flight 3 hours. Delay the new project. We delayed the payment because of an incorrect invoice.
Spatial.
Of or relating space and the position, area, and size of things.
Examples:
Spatial ability. Spatial distribution. He carefully determined the spatial relations of every piece of the stage set. Neuropsychology. The branch of psychology that deals with the relationships between brain function and behavior.
Examples:
Neuropsychology research. Neuropsychology field. The study of neuropsychology is essential in understanding the relationship between the brain and behavior.
Index.
A list of items, such as names, subjects, or keywords, that is arranged in a particular order and is usually found at the end of a book or document. A number or symbol that indicates the value or level of something, such as a stock index or a temperature index.
Examples:
A full text index. Health index. The stock market index measures the performance of a group of stocks.
Deviate.
To depart from an established course or plan, to change direction or take a different route or approach.
Examples:
Deviate from the norm. Deviate from the plan. It's important not to deviate from the established safety procedures.
Senile.
Showing signs of old age, specifically mental decline or deterioration associated with advanced age.
Examples:
Mildly senile. Senile atrophy. The older man's increasingly senile behavior worried his family, as he seemed to forget important details and became easily confused.
Immediately.
Now or without delay.
Examples:
Immediately recall a product. Write him an answer immediately. A suspension order from the court is effective immediately.
Rescue.
To save someone or something from a dangerous or difficult situation.
Examples:
Rescue a dying dog. Rescue a company from bankruptcy. The fire department arrived just in time to rescue the family from the burning building.
Numb.
Unable to feel physical sensation and movement, not showing human feeling or sensitivity.
Examples:
Numb with cold. A numb mind. My left arm became numb.
Arena.
A large, flat area, often circular or oval shaped, designed to showcase theater, musical performances, or sporting events.
Examples:
Indoor arena. Political arena. The company is planning to build a 20,000-seat arena with a retractable roof.
Malady.
A physical or psychological disorder or illness, an ailment or disease that causes discomfort, distress, or dysfunction.
Examples:
Common malady. Chronic malady. The doctor diagnosed her with a rare malady that required immediate treatment.
Autism.
A developmental disorder characterized by difficulties in social interaction, verbal and nonverbal communication.
Examples:
high-functioning autism. Autism spectrum disorder. There is no cure for autism, but early intervention and therapy can improve outcomes for individuals with the condition.
Cerebral.
Relating to the brain or intellect, intellectual or studious rather than emotional or physical.
Examples:
Cerebral palsy, cerebral cortex. The patient experienced a cerebral hemorrhage and required surgery.
Palsy.
A condition characterized by the loss or impairment of movement or sensation due to damage or disease affecting the nervous system, paralysis or weakness.
Examples:
Muscle palsy, cerebral palsy. Some people with Parkinson's disease may experience tremors and palsy in their limbs.
Childhood.
The state or time of being a child.
Examples:
Since childhood. Childhood development. He had fond memories of his childhood spent playing in the park with his friends.
Catastrophe.
A sudden event that causes extreme ruin and misfortune.
Examples:
Catastrophe risk management. Avoid climate catastrophe. The lack of funds has resulted in a catastrophe for our university system.
Schizophrenia.
A severe mental disorder in which a person has a distorted view of reality and may experience hallucinations, delusions, and disordered thinking and behavior.
Examples:
Schizophrenia spectrum disorder. Schizophrenia treatment. The schizophrenia patient was experiencing severe auditory hallucinations.
Maintain.
To continue to uphold or sustain, to keep in a particular state or condition, to assert or declare something to be true.
Examples:
Maintain order. Maintain good health. I need to maintain my car regularly to prevent any major mechanical issues.
Aerobic.
Relating to or requiring oxygen, noun, an exercise or form of physical activity that enhances cardiovascular fitness and endurance, such as running or cycling.
Examples:
Aerobic bacteria. Aerobic respiration. Aerobic exercise is important for maintaining a healthy heart and lungs.
Ultimate.
Furthest or highest in degree or order.
Examples:
The ultimate goal in life. The ultimate luxury. Management must take ultimate responsibility for the accident.
Consideration.
The act or process of giving careful thought to something, a fee charged in advance to retain the services of someone.
Examples:
Mature consideration. Take into consideration. We can rule this possibility out from our consideration.
Nurture.
To take care of, feed, and protect someone or something while they are growing and developing.
Examples:
Nurture love. Nurture his talents. Schools should nurture children's mutual interest spirit.
Well-being.
The state of being happy and healthy and prosperous.
Examples:
The well-being of a nation. A sense of well-being. We are responsible for the care and well-being of all our employees.
Capable.
Having the ability, skill, or potential to do something, competent or proficient in a particular task or area of expertise.
Examples:
Capable worker. Capable leader. She is highly capable of handling multiple tasks at once.
Modification.
The act of changing something, usually to improve it or something changed.
Examples:
A modification of last year's model. Further modification. As a result of this modification, we have revised our safety measures.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Agent.
A person who represents and negotiates on behalf of someone else, such as a literary agent or talent agent, of chemistry and medicine, a substance that brings about a chemical or physical effect, of computer science, a piece of software that performs a task autonomously.
Examples:
Agent system. Antidiarrheal agent. The FBI agent went undercover to infiltrate the criminal organization.
Ignore.
To intentionally not listen or pay attention to.
Examples:
Ignore her advice. Ignore a ban. Since independence, the area has been completely ignored.